Okay, student. In this video, today we are going to talk on the digestive system of earthworm. Digestive system is a straight tube-like structure which extends from the mouth to the anus and it consists of two organs. The first one is alimentary canal and digestive gland or the supplementary digestive gland. Alimentary canal is long, straight, extending from mouth to anus. It exists many parts like mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, gizzard, stomach, and intestine. And last part or the opening of the alimentary canal outside of the body is anus, where the undigested food particles are thrown out from the body. First of all, alimentary canal, which start from mouth, which is located at the first segment of the body, and the mouth open into the buccal cavity, and buccal cavity open into the pharynx. Like the other organ are present in alimentary canal, and the alimentary canal open outside body at the last segment of the body. First of all, the mouth. Mouth is a simple concentric aperture situated in the first segment, and the prostomium covers the mouth. The prostomium present on the upper side of the mouth present below the prostomium, and mouth leads into the a simple cavity-like structure, which is known as buccal cavity. And buccal cavity is a short, wider, thin-walled tube extending from segment number second to the third segment, and sometimes it extends to the middle of the third segment. It consists of mainly two kind of muscles which help in the feeding and help in the other work like digestion of the food. It consists of two kind of the muscles. The first one is protectile muscles and second one is retractile muscles. These muscles are help in the feeding. Now the third organ is the pharynx. Pharynx is a small, swollen, wider, thick-walled, pear-shaped chamber which extend up to the fourth segment of the body, and it is a wider than the buccal cavity. The width of the pharynx is wider than the buccal cavity. It has a pharyngeal gland located in the dorsal salivary chamber. The internal lining of the pharynx contains contains many pharyngeal glands, which help in the digestion and the enzyme. The pharyngeal gland is composed of many chromophil cells which produce saliva, and saliva contain two enzymes, two proteolytic enzymes. First one is protease and second one is mucin. Now what is the function of protease and mucin? Mucin makes the food soft and protease converts the protein into the amino acid. Protease break down the protein and convert them into the amino acids. Now the third organ is esophagus. It is a narrow, thin-walled tubular structure extending from the segment number 5 to segment number 7. There are no glands are present. It processes the food particles. It passes the food particle from the pharynx to the gizzard. It passes the food from the pharynx to gizzard. The function of the esophagus is just pass the food from the pharynx to the gizzard. It is the connective tube which connects the gizzard and pharynx. Now esophagus opens into the gizzard. Gizzard is all thick-walled and highly muscular organ lying in the segment number 8 or sometimes present in the 8th or 9th segment. It is the hardest part of the alimentary canal because they process inner lining of cuticle. Cuticle is the hard material. It also processes chitinous teeth like projection. It helps in the grinding or crushing of the food. So it is act as a grinder during the feeding, during the process of feeding. Now the third, now the organ is stomach. Gizzard leads into the short, narrow, thin-walled, highly vascular and tubular structure called the stomach. Alright? Many glands are present on the internal lining of the stomach, and many blood vessels or vascular structure are present. That's why the organ is highly vascular and highly tubular structure, which extend from the ninth segment or to 10th segment to the 14th segment of the body. It is wider than the esophagus. It has a calciferous gland which help in the neutralization of the food. It's the process known as calcification process. The glandular cell of stomach produce proteolytic enzymes for the digestion of the protein, and the stomach leads into the intestine. Now, intestine is a long, wide and thin-walled tube which extend from the 15th segment to the last two second segment. मतलब this is except the last segment. Its inner lining is ciliated, vascular, folded, and granular structure. Its it intestinal internal lining is in fold and to form a villi-like structure. Simply, a finger-like projection and into the internal lining of the intestine. The finger-like projection known as villi. One of the villi, or in the intestine, many villi-like structure become larger and well-developed structure. Now, this structure is known as thyposol, which run mid-dorsally from the 27th segment to the last 25th segment. The thyposol divides intestine into the main three regions. They are like thyposolar region, and post-thyposolar region. Now, pre-thyposolar region. It is extend from the 15th segment to the 26th segment of the body. So it is the first part of the intestine. That's why this region is known as pre-thyposolar region. It consists of villi, but there are no thyposol are present. In 26th segment, there is a simply a chamber-like or short conical lateral growth, which are known as intestinal cecum, which extend upwards from the 26th segment to the 23rd segment of the body. The intestinal cecum produce amylase, which help in the digestion of the starch or some other carbohydrate. Now, the thyposolar region. Thyposolar region, it is the second or middle part of the intestine, which extend from the 27th segment to the last segment from the 25th segment. It has both villi and thyposol. The thyposol is highly vascular, granular fold. This fold increases the absorptive surface area of the intestine. The folds make more surface area for the absorption. Now, the last part of the intestine or post-thyposolar region. It is the last part of the intestine laying in the last 23rd to 25th segment in front of the anus. It is also called as rectum. Why rectum? Because they contain just undigested food particle. It lacks villi and thyposol. It contains small pellets of the mud which are thrown out to the anus in the form of worm casting. The waste or the digestive waste of the earthworm is known as or named as worm casting, which is the best fertilizer. Now the last organ of the alimentary canal, it is the anus. Just a simple circular opening into the last segment called the anal segment. The undigested food particles released out to the anus in a form of worm casting. Now there are many glands which help in the digestion. Digestive gland. There are different type of digestive gland which are associated with the alimentary canal and which help the digest the food. Now there are main four glands: the pharyngeal gland, which are present in the pharynx; gastric gland; intestinal gland, which are present into the intestine; and the intestinal cecum. or intestinal ceca. It is a simple pouch-like structure which are attached with the alimentary canal or a part of the alimentary canal which is known as intestine. Thank you for watching this video.